have the special counsel terminated, the president acted for the purpose of influencing McGahn's account in order to deflect or prevent further scrutiny of the president's conduct toward the investigation. Several facts support that conclusion. The president made repeated attempts to get McGahn to change his story. As described above, by the time of the last attempt, the evidence suggests that the president had been told on multiple occasions that McGahn believed the president had ordered him to have the special counsel terminated. McGahn interpreted his encounter with the president in the Oval Office as an attempt to test his mettle and to see how committed he was to his memory of what had occurred. The president had already laid the groundwork for pressing McGahn to alter his account by telling Porter, his executive secretary, that it might be necessary to fire McGahn if he did not deny the story, and Porter relayed that statement to McGahn. Additional evidence of the prospect of the president's meeting with McGahn that he called McGahn's counsel and said that McGahn could not resign no matter what happened in the Oval Office that day. The president's counsel was well aware of McGahn's resolve not to issue what he believed to be a false account of events despite the president's request. Finally, as noted above, the president brought up the special counsel's investigation in his Oval Office meeting with McGahn and criticized him for telling the special counsel about the June 17th events. The president's statements reflect his understanding and his displeasure that those events would be part of an obstruction of justice inquiry. And finally, on page 157 of the report, the Mueller Report says this: our investigation found multiple acts by the president that were capable of exerting undue influence over law enforcement investigations, including the Russian interference and obstruction of justice investigations. The incidents were often carried out through one-on-one meetings in which the president sought to use his official power outside of usual channels. These actions ranged from efforts to remove the special counsel and to reverse the effect of the Attorney General's recusal, to the attempted use of official power to limit the scope of the investigation, to the acts to the direct and indirect contact with witnesses with the potential to influence their testimony. Viewing the acts collectively can help to illuminate their significance. For example, the president's direction to McGahn to have the special counsel removed was followed almost immediately by his direction to Lewandowski to tell the Attorney General to limit the scope of the Russian investigation to prospective election interference only, a temporal condition that suggests that both acts were taken with a related purpose with respect to the investigation. Finally, we're almost done, folks, so hang in there. I would like to read just the final paragraph of the Mueller Report, page 182, and it's pretty short. This is the final page of the Mueller Report. Conclusion. Because we determined not to make a traditional prosecutorial judgment, we did not draw ultimate conclusions about the president's conduct. The evidence we obtained about the president's actions and intent presents difficult issues that would need to be resolved if we were making a traditional prosecutorial judgment. At the same time, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. Based on the facts and the applicable legal standards, we are unable to reach that judgment. Accordingly, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. The report ends with appendixes. There were 4 of them. Appendix A is the one-page authorization letter for the special counsel and what was authorized to be investigated. Appendix B is a glossary of 111 names found in the report with a one-sentence description of each person, as well as a listing of 37 entities and organizations with a one-sentence description. Appendix 6 is an explanation of how the special counsel tried to get the president to come in for an in-person interview under oath. After a year of trying, they gave up and negotiated written questions under oath for the president to answer. The president refused to answer any written questions relating to Volume 2, Obstruction of Justice. He would only answer questions concerning Volume 1, the Russian interference. With written questions, the president's personal lawyers were available to assist him in answering the questions. This appendix lists all of the questions and the president's answers. The president answered, "I do not recall," or "I do not recollect," over 30 times. And Appendix D identifies matters transferred or referred by the special counsel's office, as well as cases prosecuted by the special counsel that are now completed. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it provided some valuable information to you. Thank you very much.